So, people wanted me to talk and hear my opinion about the whole Nostalria shutting down. If you don't know what that is, it's a private server. And hear my opinions on Blizzard. If you've seen my stream ever, you probably heard me do a long rant about why I hate World of Warcraft currently. A lot of other people, John Tron for example, talked about how they felt about Nostalria's getting shut down. I'm going to get more into detail about it. I'm going to tell you the things I don't like about current World of Warcraft, and maybe you share the same opinion as me, maybe you don't. So what is something I personally was really passionate about in vanilla World of Warcraft, something I really thought was huge for me personally, was the leveling. I thought the leveling was awesome. I loved logging in, being a level 1, and earning my way to being level 60. For most people, leveling to 60 could take months. Months. It really would. I recently leveled Nostalria as my rogue. If anyone knows, I played a druid on there. I got the druid almost to 60, but I kind of got boosted a lot of the way because I didn't have the time because I couldn't stream it. But my rogue I leveled 1 to 60 pretty much legit. I think I got mob tagged one time for like one level. One guy decided to help me. But most of the way was legit, and it took me, I want to say, 2 months. Keep in mind, I also was streaming 8 hours a day. It took me a long time, but I was entertained literally every second of leveling. And the reason I was so entertained was because as I was leveling to 60, there were so many rewards. One of them was new gear. In current World of fucking Warcraft, you can get to level 100 by buying it. You can literally buy it. That's absurd. But even if you don't want to buy it, you can legitimately get to level 100 in a day. A fucking day. And the thing is, you'll do it with the same gear all the way from 1 to 100. And on top of that, you will legitimately level and you'll never even leave the town. You'll get to level 15 and you'll do Dungeon Finder all the way up. Holy shit, I'm getting so heated. This is why I can't talk about this on stream. I can't. Vanilla has its problems. It's not perfect, right? But it's a lot better and has some really awesome things about it that are a lot better than what, and there's a lot of content. There's things that will entertain you for months and months and months. I love when they added Arena, and they did it right. What I mean by that, they made rating requirements for gear. This is huge to me, personally, as a PvPer. There was a rating requirement. In order to buy the helm, you needed a rating of 1700. I think the chest was 1550 or 1600. The pants were 1550, the chest was 1600, helm was 1700. I don't know the specific number. And it's not just a cosmetic piece. It literally makes you stronger. But at some point, there was always something you were looking forward to. And then, as soon as you get those pants, you're 50 points or 100 points away from your chest. So you're working towards your chest. I remember I easily got 1650. I was a feral druid. Ferals were bad in BC. We were terrible in BC. It was all about resto druids. So I was trying so hard to get this helm, and it's just every single game mattered. And I remember being so passionate and so frustrated, but having so much fun. And I remember I got my helm. It was like the happiest day of my life. Ever. So I can see the point of view of, well, you know, it's not fair if the better players have better gear. It's not fair. I can see that point. I just disagree with it, because personally for me, when I saw a better player than me, I looked at it as I need to get better in order to have that gear. And you know what I did? I got better. And on top of that, something else I fucking hate about World of Warcraft right now is I hate transmog. I hate it. I hate it. Obviously in MoP, I was entertained by doing transmog runs. That's what entertained me with MoP. I really miss the days I could go through Orgrimmar, and without inspecting people, I could get an idea of what they're wearing, what they're doing, who they are. I can get an idea of that. If I see the tier 3 shoulders on a druid, if I saw that, I'm like, holy shit, wow. Nowadays, I don't know what the fuck to expect. That's something some people might disagree with me on, and I really understand that. Something else that people might disagree with me on. I actually miss when PvE gear could help you in PvP. I know a lot of people might be like, oh, fuck that shit. Now, what you could do is you could take a PvE belt. This PvE belt has 3 sockets, which you could gem with pure armor pen, and has way better stats. More stats even, just no resilience. So it can turn you into a glass cannon. And it's awesome. There's something so fun about going out into a raid every week and receiving gear that helps you in PvP. Every single week, when I wanted Deathbringer's Will, for example, I was so pumped to go into a raid and try and get it. That was content. That was entertainment. Whether or not I was pissed that other people had this gear or not and I didn't because they were luckier, whatever, I was having fun. It gave me something to do. It did. You can play the whole fucking game from Orgrimmar. The whole game. You can do it all. Like, straight up. You get to level 15, you queue for dungeons, you sit in the org, it gives you gear, little fucking baggies, little goddamn goodie bags, grats. You get all this gear, full BOA, it's easy, not hard, you're max level, guess what? You queue for looking for raid. You don't go anywhere, there's nothing at all. I loved WoD when you couldn't fly. I actually loved having to run on my mount to get to places, taking the time to do it. I actually liked WoD at first, but it ran out of content, and they added WoD flying, and they added all this other horseshit, and I quit. I cannot deal with the health, the HP, the numbers. They're huge. The numbers are absurd. Like, they're actually way too big. I can go up to, like, you know, the 10,000s, but as soon as you get me in the 100,000s, we have a problem. I can no longer enjoy doing big numbers, like big crits and whatnot. I'm not impressed. No, you cannot have that in the game. That needs to be fixed. Do something. I don't care what you do. Fix it. Gold, I miss when gold was a thing and mattered. And the only thing that gold buys nowadays is cosmetic horseshit. Like buying a Swift Spectral Tiger. All gold is now. I hate it. There's no sense of fucking community in the game either. There is no community in World of Warcraft. It is gone. There is literally none at all. If you were to run anywhere outside the city, you would never find anyone leveling, because they're queuing from the city, or everyone gets max level in a day, or they bought level 100. In fact, actually, most people just kind of quit nowadays. Everyone's just becoming so dull and boring. And they're dumbing down professions, they're dumbing down everything. And the game is just going downhill, and you can see it in their subscribers. They don't even show it anymore. I understand that Blizzard cannot, all of a sudden, take their game and make it like it used to be. Because all the people that loved the game back then, they quit. They're gone. They're not playing your current game. They're not going to. I feel like everyone wants to love World of Warcraft so fucking badly, and it's just so hard. It's just this stupid, fucking, deformed piece of shit. Obviously, the newer games are more polished. They look better. They run better. But the idea behind them is so bad. Here's what I want to see happen. I want to see progression servers. I don't know what legacy servers are. Vanilla World of Warcraft released a server, separate subscription, whatever. Right? It has to be worth it. That's fine. People would fucking pay for it. But the thing is, you guys refuse to add your own servers. You refuse to do it. So Nostalrius does it. Even myself, when I heard of Nostalrius the first time, I literally remember saying, I don't know if I want to play Nostalrius, because I don't like private servers. They always try and, take some money under the rug. A lot of private servers do that scummy shit. Nostalrius didn't. They legitimately just got enough money to run the server. We don't want any profit. They literally ran it for just the love of the game, as JonTron puts it. And you literally went out of your way, and you got them shut down. It was your game. That was so good. I feel like every single serious gamer played World of Warcraft at least once in their life. Blizzard would make a ton of money. So many people would come back if these servers were made and released. I don't think you realize how often I want to play WoW on my stream, and I start dying a little bit on the inside, and I can't. If you're going to get rid of Nostalrius, you have to fucking say something about it. You have to say why you got rid of it. I cannot be behind Blizzard on this in any way at all. I can't believe it. So sad. WoW is the best game there is when it's how it's supposed to be. Like, unquestionably, it has the most potential out of any game in the world, for me. The most. There was a time on Twitch when World of Warcraft was one of the top 3 games at all times. World of Warcraft is currently behind League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Dark Souls 3, Hearthstone, Dungeons & Dragons, Dota 2, Call of Duty, Tom Clancy's Division, Destiny, Creative, RuneScape, Minecraft, Enter the Gungeon, World of Warcraft. Look at your subscriber base, it's pretty bad. So many streamers came from the WoW section, look how many still play it.